You know that nodule that comes out?
Yep.
But it looks like new as usual, Wayne.
Yeah, well, oddly enough, it needs polish. It's not actually, you know, it's not in wonderful condition. It is good.
Now Wayne's just getting a fish up here, looks like target species. Wayne, we had one big jumbo pouting. We've only been here, what, 15 minutes?
Yeah, we've had bites galore. A lot of them ripping the baits off actually, but I think this is a bullhuss. It just feels sluggish and just, you know, heavy coming up.
So some of these tentative bites, they might not all be small fish.
No, oh, this is a decent bullhuss, look, a reasonable one. Here he comes. I'll lift him straight out.
Yeah, that's a good size one, that one, Wayne,
yeah. There's the mackerel in his mouth there. There you go. So I'll get the hook out of him first, quick, and then we'll
have a look at it. It's a light colour as well, that one, isn't it?
He is, yeah. And there we go. First proper fish of the day. And they are strong fish, they really are. They're solid muscle.
Sort of muscle, aren't they?
Yeah, but bullhuss. There's the business end. But yeah, they're good
fish.
Yeah, so we can go straight back. And no doubt you'll see him, he'll go straight off. But
no problems there.
No worries whatsoever.
Well, I've got cuttlefish on one and squid on the other. I had a big pouting on this one on the squids. I think this is a half a cuttlefish. A bit of kick to it. Twisting and thrashing around. Oh, come on. Come on, fish. Let's have a look at it. It is, what is that, Wayne? I think that's a man, isn't it? Was it a taupe?
Looking like. I think that could be target species, that could be a spur.
He's certainly fucking twanging around.
Yeah. That could be a spur.
Bring up the side.
That's target species, Graham. You get your gloves on for you.
Well, I can't tell you how many years it is since I've had a spurdog. If I said it was 25 years at least, I should think. I'm more worried about that lead. He's only just up there. Right, you go for him, mate. You've got the gloves, mate.
Yeah, gloves.
Just watch that. Watch him ping off.
So I'll bring him up.
No, we got him. Got him.
Well, there's Graham's first spur dog for a long time, I feel. He said,
long time. 25 years at least.
And that's a nice fish. Lovely. Target species, what we're here for. You can see there's a spur there on the front dorsal.
Yeah.
And there's one also
there.
Yeah. And there's also
Nasty.
one on the rear dorsal. Now look at that one on the rear dorsal. That is.
As long as you got hold of it, Wayne. I don't want to get that in a.
I'm not letting go. I can assure you.
I've had a stingray in my foot. I don't need one of them.
Well, I couldn't swear 100% whether they've actually got like a hypodermic type venom, or whether it's just covered in slime. But I know that when you get hit by one, they can be really nasty. The wound can fester. So please don't mess about, because they're powerful fish. I'm holding this really, you know,
So the big thing is, if you hold it, you've got to hold that tail so that this back barb doesn't come around and nail you in the arm and the forearm.
Correct, because they go really nasty. And but there you go. It's a very nice spur dog. We don't take these fish. They're on, they've been hammered by commercials many years ago. They're a slow growing, slow maturing fish. So obviously they need to be very mature before they breed. As a consequence, if they're hammered by commercials, they take a long time to recover, which they have here. I mean, literally, the last 2 years that we've been able to fish for them again on the south coast, because there's just been so few of them. But anyway, we'll get this girl straight back. Straight back. Watch her go. There you go. She'll go straight away. No messing.
Wow, no messing there. Well done, Wayne. Thank you very much.
Lovely. There you go. Target species.
Another 25 years, I get another one.
No, I think we might get one another 25 minutes. Right, we're out on the south coast again, behind the island. Today's a spur dog trip, actually. Species that we've not seen a lot of for many years. They were very prevalent at one time, but they were severely hammered for the chip shop trade. Basically, what you buy as bulhusss or rock salmon, sometimes called Dutch eel. And as a kid, it was my favourite fish. I absolutely loved it. Funny enough, I've gone off it as an adult. And anyway, I wouldn't take spur dogs because they're not common enough around here to take. They really aren't. But this is what we're using for a trace, or what I'm using as a trace. Graham's using heavy mono. I prefer a short length of wire, and I've got no problems using that. I prefer it actually because I've never had anything like a spur or a taupe bite through that. That's a 6/0 hook with the barb crushed. Quite important actually, because I want to release these fish. I don't want to struggle to get a hook out that's got a barb on it and maybe damage the fish. All of these are going back. So the barb is crushed. That's a strong 6/0 Shaughnessy. I always double my crimps up. I don't do a Flemish loop. I don't really need to. I've never had them slip. So short length of wire, another swivel, maybe 80-pound mono to another swivel. So there's my trace. Bait wise, these spurs are very eclectic. They take a lot of different baits. We have today squid, mackerel and bluey. They've taken all three, and I've no doubt if we had worm baits or other fish baits, they'd take that as well. Now you'll see a similar way of us hooking up for sharks actually when we use bigger baits, but I like to come through, reverse the hook, straight in, straight out the back there, small nick just for that shank of that hook to sit in, and then I'll pull those crimps back through the bait, and that sits quite nicely. And that, they don't usually take that off, whip it. If I just took that through the nose, they can whip it off quite easily. I've got a habit of doing it as well, but like that, they tend to get hooked nicely, not too deep. Strike quite early. I don't let anything develop too long with these fish, and hopefully you'll see that pick up a fish very soon.
Well, I didn't take long. Wayne's on again here. It's got that sort of twangy fight, Wayne.
Yeah, and it's sort of stayed. It's come back towards us. I mean, I've literally got it up actually at the moment, but it came towards us. I still haven't seen it, but I'll be mightily surprised if it's not a spur.
Yeah, it's got that grey. Yeah.
There we go. Look at that one.
Very similar to taupe, aren't they, in the water for somebody who doesn't know? And you could be really easy to reach over and grab that, wouldn't it?
Very easily. Taupe, spur dog, even smooth hound can all look very similar just in the water there. You wouldn't want to put your finger in a smooth hound's mouth. They haven't got teeth, but they've got crushing pads. I bet they could do some damage. A taupe, you definitely don't want to get your finger in their mouths because they have got serrated cutting teeth that are extraordinarily sharp. These have got very small teeth. Again, you wouldn't want to put your finger in one's mouth, but the spur dogs, it is the spur. That's what you've got to be aware of. As you say, one on the dorsal, one on the front dorsal, one on the back dorsal, and they can
good fish. Wayne, another nice one.
It looks a nice one. That was on squid. So we've had one on mackerel, one on squid. No, two on squid actually, but they had a bulhusss on mackerel. But it's all right there in the water. As I say, the water's supporting the fish, so I don't mind having a little chat about her. Better that than bring her out the boat too long. So what we'll do next is we'll get her up, get her de-hooked, have a quick look at her, very quick look at her, and straight back.
Yeah, that's very much like a tote. Yeah, it's a big one, mate.
It's a lovely fish.
So what do you think these are here, Wayne? Those little gaps?
Well, I want to call them spiracles. They're the gill inlets. So
to get the water goes over that first.
Yeah, it goes in there, goes through their gill. So I think in rays they're called spiracles. So I want us to call them that in the spurs. But we've had this fish out for 30 seconds, so I'm going to put him back, Graham. Yeah.
Yeah, get him in.
There we go. There we go. Nice, healthy, strong fish. Watch her. She will, no doubt. Look at that.
Straight away.
Straight down, straight away. And that's what you want. You really want to release them. I'd urge anyone, particularly here on the south coast, don't take spur dogs. Not common enough to take. And perfectly good for what we're doing. They go back strong.
You've had a bit of sport.
Absolutely, and that's the way to do it. So you can eat them, but don't eat them. There's other eating fish in the sea. Now it's kicking. Don't worry, come around, come around. Yeah, no,
you're over the top, yeah.
There we go, spur dog again. We're really hitting into them now. They are pack fish. So where there's one, there's often more. Let's get that weight off. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Unhooked itself.
Palm Beach release.
Perfect. That'll do. We call that one caught, eh?
Yeah, couldn't get any closer.
And there you go. And that's what I showed you, I think, earlier. One of those baits I showed you. Proves it works. Proves that bait presentation's absolutely fine.
Well, boys, Wayne's been hanging on to my rod while we get sorted out because I've got decent conger eel in there, but I've wrapped around my other braid line, so it's going to be a tackling up time. And probably going to screw my other line as well, but it is what it is. Best of luck with that one, Wayne, because that's
Yep,
that's a mess of braid.
No, we'll be alright. I don't think it's not as bad as it looks. Let's get the fish T-barred off first. When you T-bar him, wear a glove. Wear a glove.
Watch that.
Yeah, I will.
Lead there, Wayne.
Yeah, I'm going to take that lid off.
Oh, you can T-bar him. I see what you mean.
Yeah, he's hooked alright. So, things to remember, boys. Weight off, because that'll slam around and smack you right in the Swede.
Let's have a look at him.
There we go. So that's
a nice big conger for
nice
me anyway. Happy with that.
So remember, glove on, because that's going to dig into you otherwise, because there's a fair bit of weight to these fish. They spin as well. Remember what we said, reverse that hook. So reverse it. Once you reversed it, a couple of shakes. Oh, as I say, cut. Oh, he's pointing onto the hook.
He's clamped on the hook, isn't he?
Oh, that's why you don't want.
I just cut it. There he's gone, and away he goes.
And that is why you don't want your finger in a conger's mouth.
No fingers.
Because basically, that hook would have come out. He had hold of it. He wouldn't let me, get it out.
Sorry, I couldn't show you guys that scrap, but I want to get the fish off the deck first. And very pleased with that. Nice to catch a conger. Wayne knows I like conger. A lot of people don't like them, do they, Wayne?
No, a lot of people don't like them. I think.
And they don't want them in a small boat. They don't like them in the boat.
It's that snake sort of thing that I think a lot of people don't like. But the thing with them is a powerful, powerful fish. So if they do clamp on and spin, it's kind of got that sort of a death roll effect. And you don't. If it was on your fingers, a fish of that size.
Take your finger off, wouldn't it?
I think it probably would, because you couldn't
if it
control
starts like that spinning, yeah.
Well, there you go. That wasn't an offset hook.
Yeah.
It is now.
People, Wayne's on. We had another double figure spur dog. Didn't film that one, and then Wayne's loaded up on a fish here. Looks like a good bend in that rod for sure.
It's just a nice fish, whatever it is.
Good bend. And just as the tide's easing, it's best, Wayne.
I found where we are. You can't fish this in a big tide anyway. It's pointless. I don't want to fish 3 pound lead, that's for sure. So it's small tides, and obviously when the tide isn't running hard, because even on the small tides it runs hard. So literally, if you're using more than about 1.25 pounds of lead to hold bottom, I don't really bother. So I found certainly the best time, in my opinion, as it's coming down off the ebb, and even over slack they feed well. And we'll go down to 2 rods, because what happens is if they start, they pack fish, and when they start feeding hard, literally as soon as that hits the bottom,
they're on it. Your
rod arches over. If you've got 4 rods out, well,
mayhem,
you're going to start losing line, and losing fish, and I don't want to leave any hooks in fish or anything like that. I don't want to lose any line, actually, it's too expensive. But this fish feels good.
Could be a weight to it, Wayne. I'll come around the other side.
Yeah, it does, feels nice.
That's a good
it is. So potentially it could be another reel. You don't really know where we are. I've had rays here, conger, spurs, good tope, good hounds. Now it's coming around
getting close.
Like I
Oh,
said,
that's a big conger. Isn't it light? Look how light he is.
He's a chunk now, isn't he? Look at him.
Look at that one. See if I can lean out there, boys. No wonder you got a good fight on that one, Wayne.
Yeah, he's a fat boy, isn't he?
That's a big head on that. Look at that.
See, that probably won't do it justice. If I give you a bit of perspective on him in a minute, he's a fat one.
That is a pretty big conger reel. Oh my goodness me, boys. Look at the width across the head on that. You do not want to get clamped on that one in his jaws for certain.
No. Well, let me get T-bar and you'll get a bit more perspective when I'm next to him and the hands next to him. Quite a lump.
What do you reckon that goes, Wayne? Is that 40, isn't it?
Oh, it's got to be 40, yeah.
45s?
Yeah, probably, yeah, 40,
yeah, 45.
Good 40, yeah, maybe a bit more.
Oh, there's ready conger spin and he's off. And there he goes. Beautiful fish. Well, boys, what a session, eh? Congers to about 45 pounds that one Wayne had, I should think, at least. That was an animal, and I've got a fish hooked up here. We've got a couple we haven't filmed for you of spur dogs and dogfish as well. Pretty essential almost to use braid out here to cut through the tide, and even then we're using minimum sort of pound weights. Decent rods, because you don't know what you're going to hook out here. Deep water. When you think we're fishing an area here with their base and you just look at the general surroundings, you don't know what is swimming around. And that is the best thing about sea fishing. It is the unknown, and indeed it is a bullhuss. There we go. Scoff that piece of squid straight down there. Tiny little pin teeth on him. Beautiful markings on it against that blue sky. Lovely markings. Away he goes. Yeah, he's turned. Thank God for that. Being eaten.
Might be. Got a foot of 100-pound wide, I don't know. We're at that time where every rod's getting whacked, so we're going down to just one rod a piece because it starts getting manic. And yet another spur dog. Having a very good session today. It's got to be number 7.
Yeah.
Again, lovely hooked. Oh, look at that, lovely hooked. That fish can stay in the water. Now, I know we've shown this, but I will show it again because I do get asked a lot about T-barring. Because at first people can't sort of quite fathom out how you're doing it. So, perfect opportunity to show you. As I say, always wear a glove on the hand that holds the line. Because you've got to take a wrap of that line, because what you're doing is, you're taking sort of a wrap of the line, because you need to lift that line up. So, T-bar goes round the bend of the hook, and then so the line goes down and the hook comes up. So that's how it works. You just saw it simple as. Helps it across the barbs down on these hooks, of course. But that's the way in which you T-bar a fish off. Is that a fish?
Yeah, I was going to put my head cam on.
Ooh, that looks a bit weighty, Graham.
A conger, I think a conger. I don't know though. What? Bit of a dead weight at the moment. Yeah, and I've got a fish on here over slack water. And to be honest, I'm not even sure what it is. Now we've got a good fish on here, over slack water. I'm on a bit of squid there. It's moving about quite a bit, but I guess my money's going to be on a conger eel of some description. But maybe if the tide turns, we might get the spur dogs back. I think this is a spur dog, the way it's swimming around over there.
Have a funny old
it's gone round in a circle way. It's not like a conger, is it? I think it might be.
Yeah, we get him over slack.
Oh, what? That is hell. A tangle, it's a tangle, but that's a big one.
Yeah, I told you we get the good ones here.
Wowee. I've got some mess there.
That's a big one. That's a good one.
I don't know what's going to happen here with the lines. Holy.
So we get some nice big ones here.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, what's wrong?
Yeah, just gone. That was Wayne, that must have been close to 20 pounds.
That was very close to 20. That's
wow, and I got some huge tangle.
20 written all over that one.
That was a big fish.
L and R on those gloves for you.
You're going to tap on yours then, so I'm not going to mess around. So I'm going to ease this one in. I'll probably drop the microphone. Anything to say about this, sir? No, he's very quiet, this one. I'm just going to... Oh! Let's get this one back. Big fish. What size would you say that one goes, Wayne?
It's got to be 15, yeah.
About 15 pounds.
Bigger than the last one, but
absolutely not.
It's a lovely, lovely fish. 15, and there it goes. Okay, this is how I put these squid on. So it's only how I do it. Other people have their methods. I find this works for me. So pointy end, I'll feed that, as you can see, through there, and I'll bring it around inch or so, and then I'll reverse it, and then again, and what it means is you can pull that bit then over your tag end or over your swivel or whatever. It just helps lock it in place. So when I pull that over like so, that's what you're left with, and that to me is ideal because it's around about midships on that squid. They sometimes pull the head off. Another thing you can do if you wish, if you find that the fish are pulling the heads off and being a bit finicky, well, just pull the head off and put that on separately, and you have your bait like that. But I find either works well, and it keeps it on, stops it from ruching up so much. You can also run a bit of elastic around there if you want, just to absolutely hold it in place. But you ain't going to go far wrong with one presented like that.
Tide's changed now, people. It's definitely on the flood, and Wayne's got a conger eel there, Wayne.
Neil, thought it was Neil.
Yeah, he's got a conger eel there.
Just get it
so good bit of fishing.
There we go. Whack him in. Haul him in through the other lines. We make a big mess of them. Oh. Not a big eel.
Good bit of action though today, Wayne, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've had 8,
7, 8, or at least I should think.
No, we've gone into double figures with the spurdog now.
Oh, with all those, yeah. 3 or 4, 1, 2, 3. I had a baby one, 4. This might be the 5th conger eel.
Yeah. Well,
and 3 bullhuss. Yeah, good day.
4
bullhuss.
You're underselling us.
Yeah, 4 bullhuss and another conger about to be released.
Yeah, he's Chinook, so he'll come out piece of cake, I hope. Well, I know. Let's do him.
Away he goes. Well, we're still getting bites, people. Good takes now. Wayne's got a nice, what's that, undulate or a thornback, Wayne?
Wondering what it was for ages because
spiralling in the tide, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a strange fight, wasn't it, that? But no, it's an undulate. Beautifully marked fish. There we go. Absolutely stunningly marked fish. Ah, that's why, look, he's foul.
Ah, he's just hooked on the edge.
Foul hooked in the wing there. So look at that.
Lovely marking.
Pretty
beautiful
fish.
Markings.
Can't take your weights off these, they're kind of a bit...
No, you have to bend the wire.
So,
go on.
There we have it. So
yeah, another species.
Just say about
another reason for the T-bar.
Exactly. Well, this T-bar, that gap in it, obviously what you can do, you can push and pull. So that fish there, he didn't need, I couldn't do that with it, so what I could do with it, that was get the hook in and push the hook out. So works both ways with these T-bars. Great bit of kit this, so it's about 10 years old. And it's had some abuse, but
still going.
Lovely bit of kit, T-bars. Obviously don't be without one, really. They're fantastic bits of kit.
Well, Wayne's had what we call double trouble with double figure fish by the look of it. He's had 2, wait for this, 2, 1 on each rod here. Just show you these two.
Pulled them both in at the same time.
One on each rod, can't be bad. It shows you what the fishing's like. And big fish, aren't they? We're a nice big bullhuss.
Good bullhuss, really nice.
Really good.
So we're
good fish, those.
Quickly wet them back because, as I say, you know, they're tough fish, but even so, anything that goes back doesn't need to be kept out of the water for very long. Or he's just
coughing up the bait.
And there you have it.
Go on. So what Wayne's doing now is he's backing off. We're packing up. He's going to try and get on an angle on the buoy, which I'll point out is up there. So we're going to pull the anchor for the end of the day. We've had a fantastic day's fishing, but he's got to get the angle right with the current. We've got tremendous current, and there you can see he's using, there's the anchor rope, there's the buoy, it's sliding down on the ordinary ring. You have to make sure you don't run over the top of it, but keep your eye on it.
Don't use a lazy line. Don't use a lazy line.
Yeah, and then Wayne can feel the chain, and the anchor will come up way back there, and then that buoy will go underneath the water for a second or two. Tells you the anchor's up. Pull along, and then you can just pull the rope and coil it in here. We've had unbelievable fishing today. I can't tell you how many fish we've caught. Double figure, everything I should think. Well, not pouting obviously, but really, really good fishing. But the tides killed us. We literally on the last drop had one dogfish, and I had 2 1-pound weights wired together. Still too much. Way back in the distance, you won't see it yet because we're deep water, 100 odd feet. I'm going to come back up the other way. So basically, that buoy is sliding all the way down to the anchor. And then Wayne can feel the anchor come through the vibration in that taut rope.
What we do is just turn the boat slightly so we drift back on that rope. So obviously I want the rope where I want it. We'll just basically, all that slack nail goes back into my bucket, my warp bucket.
That's my job, guys. I'll be with you in a second.
Work as it should.
Tripped out as well, and what?
Yeah, tripped work as it should.
About 3 cable ties here, Wayne.
That's exactly what I use. Perfect for me. There you go. They break just about right. So that size of cable tie, perfect. It'll hold me until I just give it enough that it'll break out, and then I lift that anchor from the crown. Exactly what you do when you trip an anchor. Perfect. And I find them. I know how strong they are, and I know I need 3 of them, so if I always use those 3, why use anything else?